Hi there, dear Taurus, to all my sun, moon, and rising sign Taurus. This is your message for Cancer season. I am Tonya Ankhi Poole, and it is my pleasure to bring you this message for Cancer season, dear Taurus. Now, as you know, as I always say, when we are in a new sign, I always say everybody is a blank, including you. And so now that we're in Cancer season, dear Taurus, everybody's a Cancer, including you. Why? Because one, is Cancer season, and if you're alive, that means you are alive during Cancer season, being impacted by the energy of Cancer season and the wisdom and the lessons that it has for you. And two, Cancer is in your birth chart. You are not just a Taurus. You are made up of all 12 signs of the zodiac. And so wherever Cancer is for you in your birth chart, it has life lessons for you. And so we are going to talk about what this Cancer season has in store for you, dear Taurus. And I will, just a heads up, have an extended version of this part 2 of this message available for a very small love offering, where I will pull an oracle card. That's why I was holding this up, where I'll pull an oracle card where we can delve more deeply into the message that I will be sharing with you all here. So anyway, dear Taurus, it is Cancer season. And for Taurus, Cancer rules a place in your chart generally called the third house. And so the third house, and again, you might be a Taurus who knows your own personal natal chart, and you might be like, ooh, Cancer is somewhere else for me. But this is generally speaking for all Taurians, and just Taurus as a whole. Cancer would be on what's called the third house. Now, dear Taurus, Cancer and the third house. The third house is all about communication. It's all about communication, how you speak, write, talk, how you share information, how you receive information. But also, I really truly also believe, look at the third house as like that house that really, where your own verbal expressions, if you will, can come forth. So it is the words that you speak, even down to your own affirmations that you say every day, dear Taurus. It's your writing. So if you are someone who has a blog post, who's an author who writes books, or maybe you just scroll the internet and sometimes you make a post and you got to write about it, right? You got to write a caption, right? That conveys a message, that is a form of self-expression, because the third house is self-expression. So dear Taurus, with Cancer being on the third house, Cancer being a sign of nurturing, of emotions, of feelings, depending on like your spiritual practice. Cancer season is also like one of those signs that kind of connects to the mothers, or mother goddesses, or like Yemoja or Set, right? That mothering, nurturing kind of energy. So let's put it all together, dear Taurus. How are you nurturing and mothering, right? All of the ways in which you are expressing yourself. If you're writing a book, do people know about it? Right? Are you just saying things? Are you just using words as though they're not attached to emotion? Right? Because words are meant to convey feelings. Sometimes there aren't the words to convey feelings. All right. We all have been there before, where it's like, I just don't have the words to express, what I want to share. But the third house loves words, but Cancer season, dear Taurus, loves emotion. So this season, dear Taurus, you aren't limited to, even though words are very important to the third house, but you're not limited to self-expressing only through words. What are all of the ways, dear Taurus, that you can convey your emotions, that you can convey your feelings, that you can convey what is most meaningful to you, that may or may not require words to do that? That is that's what Cancer season is kind of offering you, dear Taurus. I feel like for Taurus, this really is a time to really get in tune with how you feel. Sometimes you don't have to share these words with other people, but you do need to know them for yourself. And I know sometimes when we talk about expressing yourself or sharing your emotions, it sounds so dramatic, right? But emotions are on a grand scale. Look, the things that feel good to you, things that feel mediocre to you, the things that feel average, the things that don't feel good at all, right? This is the time, dear Taurus, to really tune in to really tune into your emotions and give definition to those emotions, right? To really, I feel like for some of you, it may be a time to say the things that haven't been said. If there's someone that you love, and you just been kind of thinking it and feeling it to yourself, and that's fine. You can do that. But this might also be a great time to convey those feelings. I feel like for Taurus, Cancer season, this particular Cancer season, again, with it being on the third house of communication and all of that, would be a great time to just own your feelings. And one of the best ways to do it is to verbalize it, maybe to other people, but also to say it out loud to yourself, right? To really like, oh, wow, that's really how I'm feeling. That is really what is emotionally moving me. If I had to give words to what is emotionally moving me, it would be this, right? For Taurus, I also feel like this Cancer season, Cancer and the third house in particular really also speaks to siblings. So, dear Taurus, what is your relationship with your siblings? These could be blood siblings, or these could be folk that you are like, we close like sisters, you're right? We close like brothers. You know, we might not be biologically related, but that feels like my brother. That feels like my sister, right? How are you nurturing? Because Cancer season deals with nurturing. So how are you nurturing your sibling relationships? Those that, you know, that you're kind of biologically colleagues with. That's the best way I can describe it. And again, these siblings could be related to you or not. These could be people, let's just say, you're part of an organization, or you went through an initiation, or you went through, maybe you're part of a fraternity or sorority or something where you have like line brothers or line sisters, like people that you have matriculated through something with. This is also a good time, dear Taurus, maybe to reach out to those people, to nurture those relationships, especially the ones that you value, right? That maybe you have kind of been out of touch with for a while, you know, to reach out to those people, to pick up. The third house deals with just short-term, like short communications or even short travels. So this may be a good time, dear Taurus, to just be like, I'm just going to pick up the phone. We don't have to be on the phone forever and ever, but let's just, you know, just catch up for a second. Or let's just take a quick road trip together. We don't have to travel the world together, but maybe there's a place we want to go to that's like 30 minutes away, an hour away, or we just want to spend the day together, right? This is the time, dear Taurus, to nurture those kind of relationships, those sibling-like relationships in your life, and to just give love and care and attention to those relationships. So as I stated at the beginning, there is an extended to this message. I'm actually going to record that right now. I like to record my extendeds as I'm, you know, on the heels of the original, because the energy is still hot and there are other messages that are coming through that need to be spoken. So I will go ahead and record that now. You can get access to the extended message at the link that you see down below, Linktree/the Poole, for a very small love offering. It's nothing that you can't afford. So make sure that you get access to that, because again, I will be pulling an oracle card for deeper insight as to how can you communicate. Let me write that down, Taurus. How your communication can nurture and build relationships. And some other things we'll talk about over there. So make sure that you do that. Also, enroll in my class, Portals to Power. Portals to Power is for those who are at the crossroads of a level up, of moving from who they used to be to who they know they can be, and who is what is inside of you that is waiting to be birthed and made manifest. And so Portals to Power helps you to do that. If you go to the link that you see down below, go to the Portals to Power page, you can actually listen to the full introduction to the course. It's a 30-minute class that is the introduction to the full course. You can listen to that introduction absolutely free, because I only want the people in Portals to Power that feel called and led to join Portals to Power. And so the only way to know how to do that, the only way to know if it resonates with you, I feel, is to listen to the introduction. So listen to that class introduction. If it feels right for you, if it resonates with you, then register for Portals to Power. You won't regret it. So until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love. Go get the extended to this message, and I will talk to you later. Peace and love, dear Taurus.